Cek. Cek. Aman ya. Aman kah guys? Langsung live kah? Aman kah? Keren juga nih kerja PR.
Where are you, Alomani? Alamak. Guys, please jangan scan barcode itu, guys. Guys, tolong jangan scan barcode di bokong wanita ini, guys. Gue nggak tahu apa yang akan terjadi. Wih, YouTube, what the fuck, bro, YouTube. Copy result, paste.
Emang iya itu guys? Kena recall dia guys. Copyright sih. Keren juga nih guys. Kayak apa sih kayak ini guys? Dia kayak tipe-tipe YouTuber.
Aku harap kamu baik-baik saja. Aku melihat sesuatu yang sangat keren dan aku tidak bisa menahan untuk sharing kepadamu. Aku sudah men-attach video untukmu. Ayo coba dilihat. Lihat ya videonya, lihat ya. Kita lihat videonya ya.
Ngagetin anjing. Jump scare gue tau nih.
Video mobil anjir si ini. Ini hilang mobilnya, Cok. Lah. Anjing Jimmy. Anak dajal Jimmy anjing ngeprank. Kekunci sendiri, coy.
Bagus ya guys kalau ada clipper yang berapi gini guys ngeditnya.
Itu titit ya anjing. Itu titit anjing.
Kenapa
roket,
ada
itu roket.
Bang, adiknya cantik banget. Tuh bukan adik gua, kocak. Pacar gua, kocak.
Itu terlihat young ya?
Iya. Yuk, naik turun bang, 13 jutanya. What the fuck is that bro?
Apa bro?
Enggak itu.
Itu biasanya berdasarkan histori.
Nah, history ini itu sering dibuka juga sama Crispy Sandy. Waktu Crispy Sandy sering kesini. Oke, next guys ya. Next.
Ada gua guys. Ada gua tadi guys.
Nah, tuh ceweknya, coba. Bisa jongkok, nggak bisa jongkok. Nggak bisa. Coba ke belakangnya.
Kok duduk?
Coba, sebentar. Oh, kita bisa ini, cuy. Oh. Jadi bisa ini apa? Jadi bisa
itu,
iya,
rambutnya.
Pita rambutnya ya. Oke, kamar nomor 11, kos ya. Oke, di situ ada shampoo warna hitam.
Alamak. Siapa itu?
Ini kayaknya bukannya Alomani, masa Alomani wibu, guys? Alomani VTuber, putar balik.
Ya ini bagus sih guys.
Tersesat sama game ini guys.
Ini bagus sih guys. GG sekarang. Kalau itu kaget, itu namanya kaget karir ya. Itu namanya kaget karir ya guys.
Jangan lupa cek atas, oke cek atas ya. Ini di sini 4.
Halo guys, tapi di sini.
Anjir kaget banget, sumpah nggak ada suaranya tapi kaget banget guys.
Kaget karir.
Bagus. Coba gue backtrack sekali lagi, siapa tahu ada hal-halannya. Oh nggak, itu pintunya. Pintunya karena gue mepetin tadi. Oke, kita backtrack ya, sapu bersih belakang. Ini lorongnya serem banget ya. Sorry toxic anjing. Sorry guys, gue gak gelap banget guys. Sorry. Maaf udah. Sorry, ada minta maaf. Ibu dari orang tua, ayah dari orang tua, saya kaget ya.
Sekali lagi aku minta maaf ya guys.
Maaf ya, aja dulu gue gak bener guys.
Itu game apa guys?
Apa sih Rice, cupu banget coy. Weh, sit, pelanggaran sit. Astaga naga, nggak pelanggaran itu guys. Tenang, gue kejar. Hebat kalau gol, hebat.
Jurik malam kayak itu.
Hebat kalau gol.
Sebenarnya editan simple gini udah membuat jadi lucu guys ya. Padahal tadi edit
Sabar guys, masih
cuma
babak
zoom in,
satu,
zoom out,
guys.
zoom in, out tuh.
Masih babak 1, kalem coy.
Kan tuh.
Tapi kan tingkat kesulitan
Full
tersebut
meme aja,
berarti
full
lu
meme
jago,
sih.
Bang, kata karena lu jago. Coba siapa yang tadi bilang? Tadi bilang karena gue jago siapa guys? Dikit lagi kelar, oke dikit lagi gacha, dikit lagi.
Ya, maju
Emang lu
MU lagi
jago,
anjir.
Bro, jadinya gitu. Oke, Revan, selamat Revan, kamu jadi moderator ya. Oke, selamat Revan, kamu jadi moderator. Kamu udah jago dari dulu bang, semangat. Oke, Lian, kamu selamat jadi moderator Lian ya. Lian, kamu jadi moderator Lian. Udah, Lian jadi moderator, oke.
Paperrex nggak lolos bisa masuk playoff masih tetap. Masuk champion tetap.
Gimana caranya keluar?
Pakai dia kalau pakai Ascent pasti dia lagi serius guys. Soalnya
Kaget. Missing, huh? Oh my god. Anjir, merinding gue cuy. Gimana caranya keluar, gimana? Gak bisa, gue gak bisa berdiri.
Halo guys.
Anjir. Anjir, serem banget guys. Sumpah, pada kaget, pada meninggal ya?
feedingnya tapi bro, let's see lah. Let's see.
Coba absen yang meninggal, siapa lagi? Kenapa ada dress di situ? Cewek-cewek kalau mau nonton boleh ya? Jangan lupa tag IG guys, tag IG guys. Gila, ditata balik gue, gila, ini serem banget loh, ditata balik gue.
Kalau pakai Ascent tuh suara kekencangan tuh bikin butek anjing.
Sumpah jantung gue mau copot, jantung gue meninggal guys. Guys, kalian ada yang meninggal di rumah kalian gak lihat itu guys, sumpah guys. No lilin ya, no lilin. No lilin.
Coba anjing pas jam. Anjing sampai muncrat. Kaget karir.
Yalah, paling darah-darah lagi. Oke, gue foto dari sini ya. 1, 2, 3. Terjadi apa-apa?
Ini namanya kaget karir guys.
Please tamat, tolong tamat dong. Please, udah puzzle-nya susah, gak tamat-tamat. Jump scare-nya banyak, tamat please. Apa lagi?
Magic train.
Dengan kereta magicku.
Gila lama juga ya, 8 menit bro anjir.
In the world
Jika kamu ingin
will you go see?
Jika kamu ingin mengunjungi
Paperrex kalah
seseorang di
2-0.
dunia, siapa yang akan kamu temui?
Ini rame nih guys. Nice edit bro. Oh dia bikin banyak bro, bawa winter ternyata banyak nih sih bikin guys. Siapa aku yang kalah. Primi udah mulai belum sih? Belum mulai kan?
Going to be that big question.
Best abis DRX.
Win or lose, we will get our abyss.
Abis lagi bro anjir.
Something's up.
Wait a minute. Why? After yesterday, that's my big question. Why?
Do we have another coach interview?
Bring him here.
Hey, Turby,
We need-
where are you?
We need the information.
I mean, I have to imagine it's because they saw some stuff from yesterday and they have something prepped up, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen, of course, any team play this before, especially not DRX, but it's something that has been played throughout like the Korean challengers scene, and maybe DRX has borrowed some ideas from there as well, and we have really extremely capable players on DRX's side. I mean, if it is going to be that
Kalau
same like
Primi
kind of
pedes lagi, guys. Berarti
composition,
emang
you
bener
know,
ya, guys,
Primi
ya.
on the Jet, we could see Primi facing off against Buzz, and that could be another big matchup where maybe
Paperrex lagi
DRX
jelek,
just feels a little
Andri.
bit more
Ini aku udah
confident.
cek sih,
And
aku
then
kita
of
nonton
course
bareng tuh,
leaving it
Paperrex
out
emang
to
lagi jelek banget
Sunset.
ini.
That's going to be a tricky one with how you play around the maps.
That's very true. I mean, you know, the other thing I'm just thinking about
Kalau
is
hard carry lagi,
they
Primi
also have
berarti emang the
probably
real
a composition,
monster
different
dia,
composition
nembak pala terus.
as DRX, right? Just maybe even Flashback having a different controller right now that he's going to be bringing in, or maybe even just a Clove, which I would be pretty happy to see.
Clove
if
versus
ever.
Clove?
True, right?
Could happen, right? And now that, you know, Primi is in, right? I'm assuming he's going to take over the Clove, especially from what we saw yesterday. That would mean that Jid Boys would probably take on the Sentinel role or maybe the Sage role in this composition, right? Is that enough time to adjust for Talon? But I feel like, you know, they're all in on this. And to be frank, from what we've seen yesterday, even if they are adjusting, I just feel like Primi's probably going to kill everybody.
With all of his experience from playing that much ranked, I suppose. I mean, there is a chance. He's shown that he can really fit into the team. Sometimes they communicate, I guess, in Thai,
Pegang siapa
which
nih, Bang?
really works out for them,
DRX
especially
Talon,
when
Bang.
you
Talon sih
have
gua
them,
sih.
having
Talon
a
sih,
chemistry
yes.
between crews and
Karena lagi
Jid Boys
hacker
as
ini,
well.
Talon pengen
And they
nyala
just
lagi nih.
really need to dial themselves in for this matchup. I mean, there are a lot of factors at stake, and it's not an elimination match, so not a lot of pressure here, but we're wondering about how this Ascent might play out, right? We've seen the compositions. Yes, Talon has shown that sort of zombie comp that they call it, and it has worked out really well before, especially on their attacking side.
Yeah, but it does tend to slow down as well, so so it poses some difficulties.
Well, I feel like our predictions right now were a little bit difficult as well because, you know, there are a lot of things that changed within 24 hours. And, you know, when they ask us the predictions, it's kind of like, wait a minute, can we take that back a bit? Because we just saw what happened, like, you know, to
Talon
Team
semua
Secret,
tuh
for
kan, Talon,
example.
bro, sejak
But
Primi
yeah,
Talon
there
semua,
is a
guys.
new fire with Talon. This is the moment that they've been waiting for, and they've been prepping for this moment, this very roster, for a very, very long time. This is exactly what they wanted. For DRX, I can't imagine that they had the same anticipation for this roster, right? Big questions here, but we're gonna find out those answers as we toss it over to the stage for DRX and Talon Esports.
Let's go.
Pointed out the roster changes like a little bit over the past year and a half for DRX.
Stacks? RB? No?
Yeah.
None of them are there.
예전에 많이 봤었던 튼튼한 모습들이 많이 부족하다고 느꼈었는데 아무래도 마코 선수가 처음 IGL 맞는 거기도 하고 새로운 팀이라 생각하고 있기 때문에 저희 팀에 신인들이 많지만 신인답지 않은 모습들을 많이 보여주면서 또 너무 고맙고 또 기특하다고 생각했어요.
Tapi di aras kalau lagi nyala kencang juga sih, guys.
International stage at Champion Seoul 2024.
I feel very good, obviously. Last year the team placed 9th, but this year from the very beginning we set a goal and we achieved it. Definitely no pressure now.
100% 쏟아부으면서 임하고 있기 때문에 사실 부담감이란
Yang
건
penting
크게
champion sih.
있는 것 같진 않습니다.
Kalau udah begini, Paperrex udah yang penting
Talon
champion dulu
Esports
lah.
won't stop
Kayaknya untuk
and
juara
we'll keep
harus
moving forward.
perbaiki aim dulu, bro.
아무래도 리그는 솔직히 맛보기라 생각하고 있고
Champion kan yang diincer apa tau gak guys, champion guys?
중요하다고 생각하고 있기
Skin
때문에
champion distribution. Nah
I
itu
think winning
duitnya
this
bro,
match
itu
will
duitnya
still be
guys
very
ya.
important
That's what
because
people
if
are
we win,
looking
we'll
for
have
guys ya.
a lot of momentum going into the finals.
Itu yang gede bro.
탈론 e스포츠도 강한 팀 중 하나라고 생각하는데 선호하는 그런 픽밸류를 보여주는 것 같아서 조금 참신한 팀인 것 같아요.
Lebih sengit RRQ lawan Genji bah, Paperrex RRQ lawan Genji ya lebih seru sengit RRQ Genji karena RRQ-nya
Allows us to do a
perform,
lot
Genji
more
perform.
aggressive things.
Hari
I
ini
think
Paperrex nggak
DRX
perform
should
udah.
be much
Itu doang
easier
sih.
this time around, and we're gonna win today.
저희가 경기 준비도 많이 했고 열심히 했고 또 결과도 생각보다 나쁘지 않기 때문에 이번 매치 저희가 승리로 가져올 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 파이팅!
Berarti CS-nya champion mirip sama Master Shanghai ya bang ya? Harusnya sama. Nggak tahu sih, gue nggak tahu guys. Apakah ada seed 1 yang langsung masuk playoff gitu apa enggak? Gue nggak tahu.
In Pacific's history, Talon has never won against DRX, and surely those losses ring fresh in Talon's minds today, especially the most recent loss to DRX just a few weeks ago that nearly cost them their champion slot. But DRX right now are going through the biggest change that the team has experienced so far. DRX now has more rookies than veterans on their team, and their newest IGL Mako is a rookie himself in that role. Have the tables turned this time around for this rematch, and does Talon now have the upper hand, especially since they now have a new addition to their arsenal, who within just 24 hours took everybody by surprise.
They really did. It was such a shocking play, dropping 20 kills for 2 maps in his first ever debut. And it just shows so much. Talon almost truly rises from their ashes like a phoenix, and they're spreading their wings right here.
Facing off against
what is the brand new era for DRX.
Absolutely. And the big thing here as well that people should not forget, you know, is Primi has gotten that insane series against Team Secret, as you were mentioning, but he still is a kind of random factor at this point. He can maybe get that big win or not, because when you look at the stats from that Secret match, he had the highest kills, but he also had the highest deaths on the Talon roster combined. So that is going to be a big thing here. Is he going to overheat against DRX right now that are also pretty frag heavy as well, with the rookies being heavy aimers and whatnot? And on the side of DRX, this is a team that, sure, has a lot of rookies, has just formed recently, but this has been working much longer than Talon has been with Primi. So moving forward into the series, momentum is the name of the game. If you can win this one and get into champions with that win under your wings, it's going to be such a big factor, again, for one of the two teams.
Both teams definitely ready, and I can't wait to see Mako lead his team in this matchup. Meanwhile, for Cruz to do his own thing.
Gotta love those battle cries. We're gonna step right into Ascent, so we'll toss it on over to Paperthin and Achilles.
Tapi Samtin tuh kata Jetnya juga serem sih. Menurut gua Samtin tuh Jetnya juga ngeri sih, guys.
Series of the day, and oddly enough, so far here in the playoffs, it has been nothing but 2-0 wins.
Menurut gua sih Samtin Jetnya tetap ngeri sih, guys.
Now, hoping the answer is going to be yes, but either way, still pumped because we get Abyss as our second map, and oddly enough, it's DRX who've elected to take us there. But first, we'll be starting off on Talon's map.
Yang kurangnya sebenarnya bukan masalah role.
Really konsistensi tembakannya, guys. What both teams want to do.
Kadang pedas, kadang enggak. Main free, kadang lagi bau banget, guys ya.
They haven't really seemed to find their footing with that.
Ya sih, main free juga kadang-kadang kalau lagi kenceng banget, guys. One tap pakai ADATA tuh di sunset. Kalau lagi bau kayak tadi, coy. Nembaknya tuh kayak one by one, lakinya susah banget, guys. Apalagi siapa?
Probably as effective as you'd like.
Jing overhit, terlalu
considering
ke depan mati.
Back to normal. Okay.
Back to standard. Yeah, Talon, big shift.
Davai jarang cacat. Sebenarnya Davai itu paling jarang, guys. Davai itu paling jarang bau, tapi tadi bau, guys.
Phoenix is going to be Primi right there on that jet. Going up against
konsistensinya aja, guys, dijaga. Bisa nembak normal aja udah cukup buat berlima itu, guys. Menang-menang terus.
But now we can turn our sights onto the duelists here for this map, as Primi has set the bar pretty damn high.
No doubt about it. He has incredible pre-aim. That is one of the biggest takeaways. I think if you go back and watch yesterday's matches, he is extremely clean with his crosshair placement. And that's saying something, because he looked like every time somebody was ready to swing him, his crosshair was right there on their head. I mean, it was ridiculous, and he's so good about understanding when opponents are going to want to push from certain angles, like in post-plant defenses. He is a truly incredible talent. To come out on the stage on the first time you've ever played in a Tier 1 event and perform like he did, unreal.
Yeah, got himself and the team in the champions, but now the game is ready to go. You can see the players getting jazzed up, getting focused in on this one. As the winner will go on to play against Genji in the upper final, loser against Paperrex. Potentially facing elimination from the playoffs. Let's get Ascent underway. Worth touching on again, as you mentioned, the struggles that DRX have had integrating the Cypher, now less of a concern, as Flashback's going to be there on the Killjoy.
Yeah, and I think this makes a lot of sense. In the last match we saw with DRX on this map, they're having a really tough time controlling mid, especially on their defender side. They had to give up a lot of space. You know, it was a lot harder for them to delay opponents and set up for retakes, things like that. So Absolutely, I fully agree with this. It was in the back of my mind after watching them the last time out on this map. I was thinking, yeah, just bring the KO or the
Lower
KJ
besok lower sama upper sekali main lagi terus istirahat 1 minggu. Besoknya weekend minggu depan baru main lagi. Lower final sama grand final.
Over in mid, but DRX trying to draw some attention away from A.
Rimi itu Cina Medan guys ya, betul.
Make their way forward. Flash to work with, a paranoia. Recon available. So a lot to work with to at least get the plan down.
Oh, but Premi able to find the opening kills. Foxy9 ends up falling. Buzz tucked away, ready for the peek up into heaven here. Perhaps the shots continue to ring out, and he's going to get hounded down. Buzz with the frenzy, able to find the kill. 1-for-1 exchange here. Shock dart not going to be connecting there. Plant's already in for DRX. Door about to be broken. Double approach from Tree. Linger around towards Gelato, but turret set up as well to go ahead and alert.
This is so tough. A lot of players weak on Talon as well. Oh!
Mako trying to go for that swing, but Buzz just has him line up. 2 kills for him. As both players dangerously low. Buzz potentially on for an ace, but no, Bane will be able to claim one. Governor takes it down. Buzz now last one standing here. There's the swing out and the instant snap onto his head.
Jetif.
Laser sighted as DRX will pick up the opening pistol.
Yeah, and DRX doing something Team Secret could not yesterday. Winning a pistol.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be called out because it probably cost Team Secret that match.
Oh, no, it did.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair,
Asarai and Mika are just over there, 10 feet away in the green room. I was going to
I feel
forget
a bit
about
bad
it for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad for Mika. I feel less bad for Asarai.
Fair play.
Yeah. Oh, Buzz
ini apa?
Man. And I mean,
ininya si Jason, Cok.
It's got to be in the back of Buzz's mind that I'm going up against this other incredibly talented duelist, and I want to show him up. You know, Buzz has been around for so long. Ooh, some damage done.
Quite a bit of it. Primi tagged to 35.
But it's got to be in the back of Buzz's mind. You know what I mean? Like, I want to show
Halo,
this young startup. I've been around for so long. Buzz, speaking of,
Buzz lagi nyala nih, bro.
Takes down Cruz in mid.
Deploying drone.
Angry Buzz popping up nice and early on here in the game.
Si Buzz lagi nyala juga nih.
Putting that Phantom purchase here to use as Bane going fishing over towards Cat and just narrowly misses the window of opportunity to actually get some damage, if not the kill, across on the Governor.
And now DRX working their way through a deep knife from Foxy9. It's going to keep Talon planted as well, making them think that DRX is going to try to clear wine, check that, but knife in response from Talon. They're on the move. Stuck in the back of sight is Ban. Can he do anything to dissuade DRX?
He only has a classic. Nanoswarm's not set up, so can't even try to soften up the HP bars a little bit. And the first shot ends up going into the shoulder of Foxy9, who's then able to collect the kill. Plant through with 19 seconds to spare. Triple approach from Ali. As the smoke comes in, sprays open up, and flashback does get noted. Over Main, and Governor's going to be able to take him down. Of course, that weapon not going to be recoverable unless they can drift all the way across.
Governor guys, Governor kan duelis aslinya.
Right now, it looks like Shipboys is
dia kalau misalnya mungkin merasa dia kurang tajam, dia kurang perform, dia jadi refleks tuh, jadi kayo sekarang full kayo kan dia.
It's all just to try to hold him at bay.
Kalau paling main duelis di beberapa map doang.
Themselves out of here, so they're starting to creep up now. Primi, Guardian handed over to him. He's able to find one. Buzz gets taken out. Primi lines him up to find a third. The kills are going to be there. It's everybody dead.
This
with the defuse
is nothing.
This is not quite going to be able to get it.
Yeah, he just missed it.
2 seconds off, but still an immense amount of damage dealt. So you still have to applaud Primi for the heroics using that recovered weapon to just put down everybody on DRX.
He's just brutal. So clean with his aim. They do a great job waiting this out. Talon just say, okay, well, probably not going to be able to win this round. Oh, they just line up there.
Line up, Cok.
Yeah, Mako stops drifting. Foxy continues with it.
Masih nyala Primi ya.
It's a round that you can definitely feel happy about at the end.
4-1. Wah, ini jet perang jet sih.
Purchase here for DRX coming into, well, should be a bonus. 3 Stingers, 2 Sheriffs.
Definitely not much of a bonus, both 0 points. Landing at the same time there. DRX trying to push through. It's been somewhat noted, identified. Jip Boys and Governor waiting. The smoke, just spraying them down.
Boys able to find one fragment now, going to be sent to try to further delay, and in fact, we'll find a kill. Foxy9 going to be taken out. Dash across the smoke. Buzz should have caught a glimpse of at least one player there, but the damage continues to ring out. It's flashback now, down to 44. Nothing taken on the side of Talon. Everybody perfectly healthy as that shock dart gets flashback now down to 18. Percent reveal onto Buzz. The wall bangs through as the Odin's in play, and now Mako left to do an immense amount of work. He's able to find a second headshot, firing back, catching a clips there up Primi, but Primi will eventually flush him out, finds the kill. Flashback to do no more. 2 kills picked up. Decent amount of rally back from DRX. Counted themselves on the board all the same.
Yeah.
Jarang nembak badan loh dia,
Really
lihat
good
tuh guys.
understanding of the situation there by Talon, just kind of knowing that DRX, given their economic situation, probably going to have to make some kind of forced move. And they just anticipate it, spray down, throw a fragment right at the door so DRX can't bully them with those stingers or those close quarters weaponry. Really nicely done.
One enemy remaining.
He's so clean. He's just so clean.
Yeah.
Now we see
Kenceng banget tuh semua cok, trim ini.
how much teeth.
Headshot persentasenya berarti masih 100% nih guys. Dia kill
Both these
5
teams
kan
showing
headshot
slightly
tuh.
different
3
looks, but
headshot,
Talon in
1 headshot,
particular
1
shows a
headshot
very
juga
different
ya.
look on this map. How much teeth this has to it. Primi's one away from the Blade Storm even.
Yep, as is Buzz. As well, they're trying to go for a bit of a crunch play here. DRX, we invented that. Primi gets shut down very early on as Governor as well, knocked down to 6 HP.
Yeah, that's such a huge start there for DRX. Knocking what already seemingly feels like the final boss for Talon out of the round. Opens up a lot of extra space, but definitely no slouches on the rest of this team. They're very, very good players. Jip Boys, in particular, has been stellar this year. I think Cruz does a great job leading this squad as the IGL. Van and Governor have been flexing a lot and doing what's called upon them to great success. Certainly some shock darts to clear, and a util that could be in mid. Mako just doing a little bit of checking. Flash there for Buzz. I'm curious if they're going to continue doing this.
Lambat banget ya, mainnya lambat banget ya guys ya.
I think hoping to maybe
makan
punish
bareng Mako
Governor.
kapan? Apa Mako?
That early damage done. Not able to do so.
Kenal
Governor doing
juga
a good job
kagak,
avoiding it. Van's watching, but here's that Jet dashing in and immediately pivoting over to try to bail out Jip Boys, who gets pinged.
Yeah, I mean, monstrous amount of spray going through. Jip Boys whittled down to 51 HP. Flashback the turret, able to finish off Governor. As the Odin spray goes across, but only finds a smattering of damage. Jip Boys trying to hold things down. It's good for one, but eventually gets taken out by Buzz. Mako continuing to push forward. Will be able to eliminate Cruz. It's going to be DRX getting themselves back in the driver's seat now, 3-1.
Yeah, and it's just
Dia tim tier 2, tapi dia ini cok, Primi di top 1 ranked Asia 5 ek berturut-turut anjir. Makanya kenceng banget.
Shut right down by DRX. Now you got to worry about that Blade Storm in Primi's hands. He's going to have a shorty to back it up, it looks like. Oh, Bane. Played anti-flash the whole way.
Yeah. It might have looked like a dry peek, but Primi thought that he was going to be perfectly set up for it.
Kemarin TS nonton Mbak, nonton guys.
But Bane not giving it the opportunity
Bus lagi nyala nih,
whatsoever.
enak nih. Biasanya soal Bus juga suka bau guys. Bus kalau lagi bau tuh bau banget sama kayak something, dia mirip banget.
Semi-default for DRX. Governor making sure that that cubby's clear with the fragment, but somebody from DRX had pushed forward. Go back to that main door, but it's control taken. Can it be punished?
Oh, the jump up over the top. Mako able to find one, and then Foxy9 swooping in. Covering, finds Jit Boys as well to boot. Ban the first one to arrive on the scene. It's a shot there across onto Mako, but kill not going to be found. He has to back away. For the rest of the team to move over and try to reinforce, but it's just that Guardian, a stinger, and the knives.
I'm not counting the knives out just yet. Cruz is going to get identified there by the drone, take some damage on the way back.
And he does, down to 27. Turret set up, flashback, trying to catch a timing, see if he can get the punish there, but the ban, just go ahead and continue to swing out, finds that kill. It's going to be a Vandal scooped up for him. Guardian now in the hands of Cruz to see if they can do some additional damage to these players here on the site.
It's a nice piece of work. Oh, Bane. Able to shut down that Blade Storm before it even gets a chance.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker right there. There's Ban now, trying to keep them contained within the site. Comes up with a third. They have to just keep pushing out into him, but Buzz able to win out that fight. They will all go tumbling down. No one going to be retaining anything going into the next round here as everyone's dead. And Ban, congratulations, you've hit 1,000 kills.
Yeah. What a great player he's been for the last couple years for T1 and now Talon. A flexible player, selfless, transition between a bunch of different roles. Well deserved. Tough round, but I mean, in some ways, if you want to have a silver lining here for Talon, it hasn't gone the best to start this map. But when DRX has gotten into post plants, they've shut them out and at least made them costly. That's a lot of damage.
That's an immense amount of damage, and now a kill. Foxy9 going to be taking out Buzz on the entry. Still, though, able to find two.
Wah, Bas menyala banget bro
Cruz and
anjing.
Governor both going to be taking down Premi as well. Caught up by the Hunter's Fury. Bane finds him again.
Enggak. Talon nggak squad itu guys. DRX-nya lagi panas nih.
Jit Boys is here, and Ban.
Ban XT1 bang, betul.
Push forward, door not shut now. Is swinging close, but Mako going to be found. Buzz trying to play elusively here. Dashes back, keep himself safe. Spike going to be scooped up. But now between a rock and a hard place, Flashback and Buzz, no HP to their names. Both of the players approaching from the same side. Jit Boys looking to try to isolate and conquer, but needs quite a bit of damage here, but now swings out. Flashback. He's got Buzz covered.
DRX lagi prime nih guys.
Kencang banget. Needs to try to clutch it out. If he can pick off one of them, that lockdown could certainly come into play.
Sure. Needs to get there. Oh, he gets identified though.
Picked out the drone now to chase. Trying to tuck back, trying to avoid, but
hampir kena mati tuh langsung
spots him out in the end. Wide swing across. Alarm bot set up. Gets the pop, gets the vulnerability. As they all continue to challenge forward, Ban will be able to take one down with him, but it's going to be Buzz surviving alongside Bane as DRX move up 5-1.
Yeah, just phenomenal entry from Buzz. Looked like maybe Talon was going to be able to thwart this, but Buzz just getting right past that Odin. Takes Cruz right out, immediately swings back towards Governor, shuts him down, and Bane.
Minuman prime bang, prime.
The Hunter's Fury. Really breaks
itu kayak performanya lagi pedes gitu guys.
All on his own in boats. Not a lot he could do. By the way, Flashback covering Buzz so
Gila,
nicely
Buzz
there.
10-2,
Buzz had to watch up towards Alley. Insane awareness. Great coordination. Like if Flashback doesn't cover Buzz there, that could be a very different round.
Oh, for sure.
Ini DRX kalau main kaki begini lawan Paperrex yang kemarin yang tadi juga pasti kalah Paperrex bro. Gak usah ngomong guys. Paperrex style tadi mah kalah udah pasti.
For the swing, but everybody shifting away from that top mid position.
Take flight.
Bane with drone already. Quickly gets the mark onto him. Checks out the rest of the bench, knows that it's clear.
So many players of DRX waiting outside this lobby door. Seeing if
wah, ditungguin bro, mau di-push kah?
there's going to be any kind of aggressive pushes or anything, but Ban is playing a little bit back. Realizes that can't really fall into boats. Just going to try to use the lockdown, but Buzz already onto the site, and that lockdown doesn't really cover much. So
no, it doesn't. It's a bit of a desperate bid here, but everybody's going to be able to avoid detainment, and the plant can still come through safely. Now DRX are fairly fanned out here for the post plant. Smoke going to be sent down. Bane pushes up in front of that one. Gets himself tucked away over at Lumber. No command now from Foxy9 pulsing out. Stopping them from using things like this Hunter's Fury. All of this Sova util that Cruz has at his disposal. Locked away. In the meantime, the spike continues to tick.
so difficult for Talon.
Paranoia sent through. Bane stuck in a really rough spot. He cannot take one down with him. He ends up falling. Swarm set up, looking for the pop, looking to try to stay them off. Knives down to be popped as well, but now the kills start flooding through. DRX coming up with 3. Premi and Jit Boys able to answer back, but Jit Boys has to hightail it out. DRX will win the round. They get the lockdown out of him.
Juga nih guys, anjir. Serem nih new DRX, bro.
Now 4 rounds consecutively.
I mean, just
sama nih kayak Genji nih di
not exactly
apa?
sure.
Di regular season biasa aja guys.
Reinforcements will get there a little bit quicker. They could try to go for like a timing hit after the lockdown to kind of catch DRX sleeping while they're trying to make their way through. That's just disgusting. Flashback has his lockdown now as well, but DRX just no fear right now. They saw yesterday that Talon was doing a great job, and on the back of Premi's excellent play, but DRX is fearless. Buzz is 11-2.
He's got an outlaw as well. He knows that they're all going to be at half armor.
Kelihatan Demon Ranked ketemu tim protokol kencang, susah bang, betul.
Hunter's Fury though for Cruz, if that lockdown did come into play, see what DRX wants to do. It's again just kind of the same look here with Bane. This time, going to try to set up Buzz to see if Buzz can play off that drone, get the pick, but nobody baiting from short.
This is a risky jiggle peek. Oh, but Buzz had just unscoped. Governor breathe a sigh of relief.
Scanning ahead.
Terus Talonnya lagi agak busuk ya guys.
Almost certainly would have been
Tim-timnya nggak
assured
perform
death.
banget. Masih biasa aja, belum kelihatan.
Buzz looking for the peek and tries to get the double pump there, but cannot make it happen. Comes away with one, but Governor Crew's bad now with two.
Nggak jadi deh, nggak jadi.
Mako all on his lonesome.
Nggak jadi guys.
Noise made. Looks like he's going to try to reroute over to B. We'll have to win out against Primi, though. So obviously, ult is online. Can use that to pick up the spike. As ult draws out the weapon. Primi will find a shot onto him. Now just try to hold him at bay, but Mako puts him down.
Cover going out.
Just not much for Mako to do at this point. No reason to really die. Don't give any extra orbs over. You've already got your ult.
10 seconds left.
See if you can wait this out. But yeah, I mean, just Talon just winning a big battle in the mid, finding a good timing, and hitting their shots. Just makes all the difference. You know, I thought for a moment there, DRX might actually be able to win that fight. They had a pretty good numbers advantage at the front of the arches, but
Primi terlihat susah guys melawan DRX ya, tidak terlihat pedas ya.
I think a very different round if Buzz is able to actually get the 1-2.
Yes.
But the response was very swift and accurate.
Ini yang protokolnya jalan banget.
Key things there for Talon. As Cruz as well, yeah, just being able to find and just shutting down those double swings coming in.
Okay.
It's a little bit of stress here from Talon. Getting pushed on this defender side. Trying out the standard Ascent comp. First time in a while, so definitely seeming like they're trying to get their protocols, get their feet back underneath
mati
them.
lagi, first bloodnya harusnya menang.
This time around, an early smoke from DRX. Looking for that push out from somebody.
Round-nya itu cuma tergantung si Bas dapat first blood atau enggak guys.
They know that, you know, part of Talon's game
First blood
plan,
4 on 5 pasti langsung protokolnya jalan nih,
to just
si DRX nih.
kind of let Primi push out early, and he has done that in B main. Try to take advantage of some of that early space. It's great instincts for avoiding some of the utility, particularly the Sova utility from Team Secret. Shock darts there, clear just in case, but spot on the Foxy 9 at top mid. Knife to check mid itself, but A site is completely left open, so I have to assume that some kind of setup here for Talon. Just trying to bait out anything is DRX. Using some of their util, faking a TP.
Itu ngapain di flash ya?
Seeing if anybody from Talon would bite, but for now, the claws remained unfurled.
Yeah, it seemed like they still hadn't been fully convinced here, not until the door was ready to fully shut.
Yep.
Now the rotations start coming through. Plan can come in, they have this lockdown to utilize here on the back end as Bane working his way all the way around through that attacker spawn here for the moment. Maybe going to shut down nice and early. Mako able to find that kill, but returning fire is still going to be good. Mako, Foxy 9, both eliminated. Lockdown destroyed, and Buzz left out of hell. Bane now starting to arrive, finds the one, but Talon widely going to be knowing that both these players are locked back over here towards main. The defuse being held.
Nice.
Jitboys holds the door. Does not allow for Bane to get the opportunity to finish off Governor. And that's going to be Talon now. Themselves a second round in a row.
Oke, 1-0 DRX ya harusnya.
Great stuff again. Governor pushing out ahead on the back of Cruz's utility. Clearing out those players at back gen. Chip boys, absolutely filthy in that round. 4 big kills for Talon. Keep their hopes alive. Put DRX on an eco. Buzz gonna have the
Talon
hero
juga
vandal.
menangnya itu menang susah, menang util apa ulti. Terus menangnya agak susah guys ya.
The whole way there. We were sitting all the way back on stairs at the back of A. Just saying, okay, well, if DRX takes this, set up for the retake. We know the lockdown's coming. We have the ability to clear it. Let's see if we can catch the timing as they're trying to exit the site, trying to set up for those post plants. That's been a seemingly part of the game here for Talon. Buzz going on a mission. Alarm bot to check. Pan trying to play off of it potentially. Buzz challenging it.
Tuh, Bas kalau udah nge-wave
swings out a little bit wider and does find that kill.
Kalau first blood nggak dapat kalah, Cok.
Big overcommitment, no.
Oh,
it's tucked away there in pizza. Meanwhile, push out of both A and B. Getting ready to strike his flashback. His back was turned. Nothing calm to Foxy9. He's out into the open. He's dead. Bane will be able to find one. He does recover the Vandal, but HP bar has been absolutely destroyed down to 32.
Last player standing.
Needing that kill to really have any kind of hope or dream. Bane does manage to find one, but Jit Boys will get the closer there. Only 2 players lost. Talon now starting to claw things back. Still with an
Iya sama
opportunity
sih
to make
itu,
this 6-6
Basu sama si Something sama guys. Sebenarnya Petrus tulis banget, tapi kalau lagi jelek banget.
That Vandal by Buzz. Trying to say, okay, I know you're probably going to play off this alarm bot. I'm going to see if I can catch you off guard a little bit. But Cruz just drags it across. Man just watches Foxy9 coming down the stairs.
One enemy remaining.
Plenty of time there for Talon. Really stable stuff now.
Jit Boy panas Jit Boy ini.
Just keep, right?
Just keep what?
Keep what?
Kayak DRX.
Well,
DRX
gonna be
timeout
timeout
guys
call
ya.
first and
Berarti
foremost here
something
from
wrong.
DRX. Given the way that things had started off, I think a bit surprising.
Yeah, that it's our first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it seems that Frost is giving a lot more freedom to his team. Some of these coaches are starting to kind of let their players try to figure it out on their own, try to learn. I think that's fine. I mean, easiest way to learn is to make mistakes and then figure it out yourself. Helps to have someone there to guide you, but absolutely Cruz is a very, very smart player. Has done a tremendous job for Talon this year, stepping up as the IGL as the year rolled on. Right on the box, so this time around, mid control to be seated because they're going to 4-man stack B. Kind of curious what Talon wants to do off the rip here. They've got both Jit Boys and Governor backing Primi up, try to make an aggressive play.
Flashing behind the box, the push continuing. Flashback, pull away, avoids the 0 point, but there's no one else here with him. So Talon not looking to overstep.
Pernah dengar dia curhat ke Stacks pas udah pindah Stacks kalau nggak
reel it
gitu
back
Stacks bakal diganti memang iya.
Revealing area.
Just hoping that they could catch DRX trying to contest B main at the same time. Shock dart, Buzz.
Oh, just over top of his head. It's a little
Soalnya
bit of
emang
damage
segitu sih guys di
from that
industri
shot,
sport
but
itu
so
guys,
far
pro
the
player.
Odin, I believe,
Lu nggak
has been
perform
obscured.
berkali-kali berturut-turut harusnya bisa itu
When
ada
Cruz decides to open up with it.
evaluasi bakal di replace, diganti gitu loh. Malam kayaknya agak malam dikit live-nya.
Wow. Double push up here towards market. To the door, and now a drift away.
Nice banget nih
Just
Primi
trying to
dapat
play
share
with some
nih.
ambiguity here, clear out a lot of the U-tilt.
They're trying to bait out some rotations as well for this A hit. That's a great paranoia to set Buzz up.
Suspecting there's still going to be player lurking there. Buzz now up into heaven. Tries to get the readjust though, but Jit Boys is a little bit faster for Foxy9. Off the ping reveal, is able to go ahead and take him down. Ban, however, here at Hell, still going to be a bit of a menace. He comes up with a second. Mako now dead. Foxy, fallen, tries to ADS in. He cannot get flashed back from Governor Will. Talon continue, not allowing for DRX to get a win off the back of the timeout. Now we go into the last round of the half. Talon, well poised to potentially make this 6-6.
Yeah,
Ben lagi kenceng banget nih Ben.
Doing a great job holding his ground. And if Buzz gets this other kill on the Jit Boys, maybe that could break things open a little bit, but you can't get Ban cleared. And the swing outs are kind of one by one for DRX. Ban.
Wah, Ben serem banget Ben, Cok.
Makes quick work of 3 players.
Oh, pengennya Paperrex ketemu siapa, Bang? Siapa aja sih guys? Misalkan Paperrex mainnya rapi aja sih. Kalau mainnya berantakan kayak tadi
Good
sih
entry,
susah.
good idea. Now here comes the spam and here comes the push.
Oh, and they very much suspect that flashback is here around the corner. Not enough to send the fragment here, but he's just completely and utterly screwed. Eventually decides to just go ahead and swing. He gets taken down. Buzz now having to backpedal.
Buying a lot of time to keep him at B though.
And
DRX taking advantage of this.
And pushing in towards Ban. He's got to stay alive. He has that lockdown.
Main
They
Dede
keep that
Bang,
for the
Dede
retake.
mulu, Dede mulu
Brandon
guys.
Hunter's Fury is available from Bane. It's going to be a monstrous push up here in towards Heaven. Cruz able to put Foxy down on the ground. It's technically resible, but he will not be given the opportunity to bring him back to life. He gets absolutely melted. But now we go into a 3v3. Ban gone. Lockdown cannot come into play.
Primi nggak kelihatan nih guys, udah turun nih Primi nih.
relocate. Can he get himself pulled back into a safe enough position to actually utilize the ultimate? Right now, it seems like he says, no, I have to stay inside. I have to play to hold door to keep things protected in that regard. Drop down into the smoke though from Primi and Mako. Point blank enough to be able to get the spot out. Takes him down. Now it's Buzz versus Jit Boys. The push out, the right click, not going to connect. Buzz down to 51. Just playing time. Trying to use the clock against him here. Continues to swing out, continues to keep tabs here on this Omen, keeps his life intact, sends out a spray. Has done it. Well, DRX not allowing for things to be tied up. 7-5 for them in the lead at the half, but a very solid effort from Talon getting 4 consecutive.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a good bounce back from Talon after a very rough start, but really,
Iklannya emang iklan babi, coy. Iklannya.
Have some good rounds of their own. Contain DRX. DRX just says, okay, in that last round, saw a lot of players that beat Buzz buy a little bit of extra time over in mid, and the rest of us can go and try and take over the A site. Band's still there, so be it, but he had to back off as he just really didn't get enough help in time.
Kenapa sih DRX sama Genji punya lightstick, guys? Karena budaya Korea ya?
Short control, and Talon has to reestablish that to get that lockdown in play. Not able to do so. Ban taken down. DRX there, a very solid round, understanding the win conditions for Talon and ripping them out from underneath them.
Tim Korea, yeah.
Plenty of fans here.
Lightstick.
Showing their support for Talon, wanting to have seen that score get up to that 6-6. Missed it by narrow margins, but still. Talon in a very good spot as we get ready to swap over into their attack.
You have to imagine a lot of fans, after seeing what happened yesterday, are like, oh, we're here for Primi. We're going to check it out. So far, hasn't been his map. 7-8-2, bottom of the scoreline for Talon so far, but could change. This is potentially the half where he could really do some damage.
Flashbang. Oh, that full flash here on to Buzz, and he is absolutely dead to rights. Primi able to collect that kill. Looks for a little bit more, and he has it. Flashback going to be taken down. You mentioned it, he's delivering on it. As Talon continued to just try to enable him as much as possible on these pistol rounds. I mean, you see it. The half armor that he purchases, the Ghost handed over by a teammate. They know what kind of impact he can have.
Oh, yeah. They will funnel everything they can to him. Ban is snappy today.
And he is, and they know that Mako's here alone as well. But Mako will stop Primi from finding himself another big multi-kill round, but Talon will still tie things up in regards to the pistols. Now, themselves just one round away from tying up the map score.
Okay.
That's a huge start.
2 kill lumayan.
On this attacker's side. See if you can get your duelist heated up. Straight flash. Primi just walking right through it. Buzz tried to get out, could not in time. And that paranoia to cut off any push-ups to try to help flashback. Not going to happen. And just calm and collected. This Talon.
Itu top 1 apak, guys.
Can run it back. Some Guardians. Vandal for Primi.
Udah 5 kali berturut-turut.
Here for Buzz. They pretty much gamble stack everybody here on this B side to try to find some impact, and it's going to be Cruz taken down. Primi now turning his sights back over here to try to reinforce the rest of the team. A flashback is able to take him down. That's a Vandal now scooped up into Buzz's hands. Guardian shots just a hair off, going right over the shoulder of Flashback. Cannot find the punish. His spike is in their hands, but that's about the most fortunate thing that's happened for Talon thus far. Foxy9 being spotted out. Opts the full retreat, pulls his way back in towards A main.
Yeah, this is a really good idea from Foxy to not try to fight for that space. Wait for that Vandal to get over there. Spectre as well for Flashback. So a lot of damage can be done, but with mid-control seated over, Chip Boy's waiting for the cross. The spike as well there, right with him. Buzz hasn't moved a muscle. Just going to be watching for that market push. And with no pressure on A, DRX can maintain their ground. See if they can hold it. Oh, Chip Boy's crossed.
That one's very much going to be noted.
30 seconds left.
Buzz pulls back down, relocates to the opposite side here. Spot span crossing out, but now it's just trying to stay tucked away here, trying to stay safe, trying to stay elusive. And as he peeks back out, he's able to find shit.
Not 350, bro. Talon.
That's banned now on his lonesome. Spike down in front of him. The smoke dissipating. Snappy does find the headshot, takes out Mako. Flash plays anti against that one, but Foxy.
Yeah, 5 hand speed, kocak.
Curled up midair. Quick little jump. And the right click will give DRX a thrifty to turn this half on its head already.
Amazing. That's going to give him that Odin now as well. Great paranoia, good up and over for
Narikon dia,
Primi,
Cok.
shut down by Mako. It's just barrel stuffing. The classic. Spectre upgraded for
Narikon ya,
flashback.
panas
Eventually,
susah.
Vandal falls into Buzz's hands, and he is absolutely on one today. 16-8, Ban as well, 17-10. Really putting on great performances, but Talon, now with only a Guardian and a Sheriff to speak of.
Suka bahas banget sama 2 caster tadi, Bang. Emang iya, guys?
Buys for their weaponry.
Emang gitu, guys. 2 caster ini gak ada hype-nya.
That's what they want to do. I mean, this is
Right here.
tricky. Just kind of the normal default for DRX.
There they are.
Just the contact on the Ban. Yeah.
Tries to counter spray back there with the Sheriff, but neither side taking any damage. Mako in the meantime, holding here at main, spots glimpse on the one, but then a snappy to readjust to take out Governor. So KO now eliminated. Smoke going to be set up. Primi already pushed forward into it.
Let's go.
Widely, they just have to wait this out.
Now they've got a pretty good read. It's over towards A. But at any extra contact anywhere else on the map, all the KJ util unfettered.
Oh, turn away. Plus re-peaks is able to find the shot, but
Ben serem banget, Ben lagi pala terus guys
continues
anjir.
to be very
Ben
snappy.
nembaknya pala terus tuh.
But now look at the reposition.
30 seconds left.
Bane peeking over in towards mid, not going to be spotting anything. Granted, he only has
Wah,
a Guardian.
bener cobain, Cok.
There's 3 players getting ready to move up into this position. So Buzz is trying to get worked over. He can also find a punish, but Bane very snappy with that headshot.
Dapat 2 Primi anjing.
Bane and Buzz both down, and still plenty of time to get the plant.
10 seconds left.
Is that?
Crucially though, Primi, the only one with the firepower. He's got that Guardian cruise stuck within the site. All the weapons taken out away from him. As Foxy finds the first. To your point, not going to connect, but Primi's headshot certainly will. And now it's on to Mako. Primi dashing across. Mako staying silent, not going for the spray attempt. Sends out a smoke. Both players dancing with one another. He sees, he hears the TP, the tap on the spike, the swing out of the smoke, but Mako is able to find the shot. He finishes the job. And DRX now stretches the lead by 3 rounds.
Gila, Primi dapat 3
Please tell me we
ya.
have the replay of that 2K with the Guardian. That had to be filthy. Unless they just lined up again for him, but...
They might have.
Yeah, I mean, DRX has so many good things in this round. They have complete map control. Oh,
Well, just a quick little transition over to the second player. But ultimately, I mean,
Ngeri juga boleh-boleh, guys.
Bane being able to get that 1 kill is what allows for this round to end up being winnable.
Ngeri juga nih
All
orang.
it would take is 1 more snappy headshot for Primi. It was a very nice try to try to close out that round, but now we will have the first intervention here from Coach Frost, as well as Boy.
Ketemu Talon gak, guys, di bawah? Seru juga nih Primi lawan Paperrex, bro.
Why do the coaches need the hand warmer packs?
Because their hands might be cold as well.
Well, I suppose. But
it's probably a habit. I don't know.
that could be actually.
They
That's
used
actually
to be,
probably it.
Used to be players.
That's probably true. That
also,
makes
it's
sense.
something to fidget with, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm a fidgeter, so I get it. Like, the pen that I have at my desk is just constantly being twirled and spun, and I feel that.
So, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Should have got one of the Mosh stress balls from Shanghai.
Yeah, well, Mimi destroyed one of them, so.
That's true. It did burst.
It did burst. All right, opt for Buzz. Couple wave
Aduh,
over
ada
hunters
OP
here
lagi,
is
guys. OP sih kayaknya berat ya.
On track for another early lockdown. Just been.
Ini udah map DRX banget ada. Aduh, keuangannya juga mantep.
Talon has anything to deal with this op. Surely they know it's likely to be coming. 4 at top mid. Try to challenge this. Spot in the
and
finish.
the ping out and Buzz dead. That op. Absolutely zero value found.
Lah, Itu ngapain gak ditembak, Riko?
Talon knew it was gonna be there.
Incredibly strong setup and read.
Just great stuff from the coaching staff at Talon on that timeout.
Push up though, Governor. Oh, yep. Got suspicious of it. Was able to find the punish. Bane, however, over at Pizza. Find one.
Flashback dapat
Two.
2,
Premier Chip Boys both going to be taken down. Governor, he's out in the open. He's fully flashed. Mako takes him down. And just like that, it all falls on Cruz's shoulders. And this was looking like a surefire win after they just nullify that operator completely and utterly.
Oh.
I'm speechless. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Flashback is going to find his third, take down Cruz, but
ini DRX lagi prime sih guys. Itu kan sebenarnya DRX lagi kencang ini guys.
They made such a good read there.
Atau yang Talon yang lagi busuk ya guys ya, nggak tahu sih.
And with those 3 kills, that's Flashback getting caught up to Ban and ult charge towards that lockdown as well.
Yeah.
It's just a great read, understanding exactly how DRX was going to try to enable Buzz. They nullified that, they even get the kill on Foxy, but Flashback is just snappy with it. Getting revenge here for his fallen teammates, and now Operator, of course, recovered, and DRX up to 10 rounds.
This is seemingly, potentially a pacey hit.
Ooh,
does Bloom for Talon. Buzz pinging it down, suspecting that there could be a setup. Here it comes.
Paranoia timing looking decent. Caught onto a couple different players there, but Cloudburst widely keeping them obfuscated. In the meantime, he's just waiting for a target for Buzz. They've all been taken away from him. Mako comes in with 2. And the entry is completely shut down. Nothing more to be done here for Ban, for Governor, other than to back away and hold on to these rifles, because otherwise they have no money.
Yeah, and with no contact, Flashback is going to be able to slide back.
Defense DRX tuh emang, guys, DRX tuh defense emang kuat banget bro, susah guys.
Again. And there isn't much hope for Talon to do anything except save. 50 seconds left. I don't expect much to be done. I wouldn't be surprised at all, though. Somebody on DRX goes hunting. Perhaps Mako. Perhaps Foxy. Flashback. Foxy and Flashback.
Mantuk banget Ustaz tunggunya bro. Hey!
More ult orbs potentially. Especially with knowing that Ban has that lockdown already anyway. See what they want to do, though. A little bit of time on the clock. Man.
Let's fan out, see if they can catch somebody holding an angle, I suppose, but the more they push, the more at risk they are going to be. Foxy
10 seconds left.
saying, you know what, I'm down to 30 HP, and I might give up my life to potentially find a pick and get rid of one of these additional Vandals here. The alarm bot will go ahead and alert. Took a little while to go off, but DRX swiftly is finding the punish there at A main, getting the round win, now just 2 away from closing out Ascent.
They're just really on point today. A lot of great plays to shut some of these moves that Talon wants to make down. And I mean, yeah, like you said, Buzz doesn't even need to get involved. Foxy and Mako so on point.
Defense-nya kuat bro, si Mako di dalam situ tuh berani dia.
And it's just immediately, the ping came out from Buzz. When that smoke bloomed and he's like, they're setting up for an attack, he just had a great sense. Made it easy. Primi with the blades though. Gonna be spotted. Oh, Foxy sees everything.
And somehow gets away not having taken any damage. A couple guns were trained on that position as well.
Let's go Primi, first blood nggak sih Primi?
Walks out on
Headshot nggak sih? Headshot nggak sih?
Pings down. DRX suspecting some forward presence up into mid. Buzz still sights trained over here on B main. Ban creeping ever closer.
Yeah. Mako tucked into wine. Oh my god.
Timing, and Ban has the headshot.
Itu baru M. Itu baru M guys ya.
Look away.
And this baited the ult.
Oh, yep. That's brutal. And now the TP over. Mako suspecting that the rest of the team is going to be behind this KJ, but Ban is a one-man army.
It's left Foxy on his own on A site.
Given the 0 point, given they identified that, they might now suspect that this is going to be a fake over on towards that A site, but
they're reading short though.
Yep, the approach. Getting ready to come through main.
I mean, once Foxy gets into mid, they're gonna know. Potentially DRX just has to play for retake.
Nothing spotted as well. There's still smokes committed over towards B. Now, Flash, I believe a bit of a botch on that one, but the Odin in play here for Bane. Looks for a second target, can't find the kill. Governor down to 25 HP, but he does survive. Lockdown now.
Ini nggak bisa lawan tim yang mainnya disiplin bang. Wah, berarti Paperrex bisa dong dilawan sama tim ini.
The Hunter's Fury was online. Have to just rely on it in a future round. Now, DRX very much realizing that they've been outdone here. And they somehow reconcile around. Knives being sent out. Primi not getting too many connections there, and Governor finished off. Now into a 3v3, but Primi keeps him in with the advantage. Foxy taken down. TP onto the low ground. Mako eating a bit of damage from the nano swarms. This Jit Boy starts working his way around over towards window. The swing out from Primi. Oh, and the accuracy is just so damn swift. He's got 9 HP. Any bullet will kill, but they cannot find him. He will carry his weapon over into the next round as Talon deny that point away from DRX.
Just the smallest of changes. You know, man there at the lineup was ready for the reswing. And that forces the TP out of Mako, expecting that there'd be pressure off the back of that. Kind of maybe overreacts a little bit as the IGL just saying, okay, well, could be a fast hit. I need to get over there and bail out my team, but turned out Down was just kind of taking their time, trying to work out the map themselves. Now Governor has his ult, so does Cruz. Oh my god, Buzz.
Attempted a gelato crunch here as Buzz, snappy with a headshot, finds the first one.
What?
Catches enough of a glimpse to finish off Jit Boys. And it continues to work a treat here for him. The swing out, Cruz able to go ahead and find the punish, looking for the res. Governor about to be brought back in. There's the pick up, but there's the double punish. Mako collects those, ban dealt with over at B main.
Apa ini bro?
DRX.
Talon apa DRX? Sekarang tunggu Talon, cuma Talonnya burik
Talon falls to the wayside.
Just what a call from Buzz and Mako there. The veterans just saying, we're going to shut this down. We're going to pressure top mid, and we are just going to end this thing. Unbelievable. What a push from Buzz. And they're somewhat ready for it, but then they get hit by a paranoia as well. And everybody's scattering from Talon, and Buzz takes full advantage. Mako waits for the res and then strikes to take two
nice
down.
banget bro semua bro. Lo bareng Paperrex ketemu Talon atau DRX? DRX sebenarnya sih. DRX kan udah sering. Kalau Talon gua agak ngeri karena nggak pernah ketemu on
when they
kan.
can punish them. Still have the Hunter's Fury for Cruz though. Counter flashbacks lockdown. Buzz with another op. This time really expecting a short A push. Ben again.
Ben serem banget tuh Ben, cok.
Absolutely unreal, and that is gonna again sow a seed of doubt here into the minds
Ben
of
juga ngeri
DRX.
sih Ben bro.
They're overreacting to every time he gets a kill over there. They're like, surely they're gonna push off that.
And now here comes the drone, the pop flash. Foxy hadn't gotten away too far. Fragment to try to intercept this. Jit Boys flush against the wall, able to find one. As Governor comes to the rescue, bailing out Primi. Upshot, however, from Buzz, able to connect. Quick jump peek, needs a full flash, has to pull away, but ban again, going to be dealt with flashback. Suspecting that lurk, suspecting that he was still going to be lingering.
He's got the lockdown.
Was very much suspicious about that position, but as you say, lockdown available, invested, it's sent. There's no fragment available here for Governor. No lineup to try to bail them out. Primi, are they going to give his life for the cause?
Hey.
Or he's going to end up falling down.
Go,
He manages to
Box.
find a kill before the detain comes through. Flashback, finishing him off. Now suspecting the only place that Governor could be, but Governor has the shot. And he keeps them in this map.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if see another timeout from DRX here sooner or later to just say, hey, stop overreacting to ban getting these early kills. Maybe they need to contest B main a little bit more. Some of Flashback's utility. Do a lot of other things pretty decently. But Buzz, just getting outdone there, even with the blades. Went for the challenge.
Kalau Bus dapat si Jet menang tuh.
Governor
Dapat dia sama Wifi.
finds the perfect timing. Stop Flashback from getting towards that site.
Well, timeout seen quite just yet. 5 attempts previously, now 4. As Sliggy would say. Looking for the teleport, but oh no, it's going to be a tailwind to the side as Primi ripped apart, but Cruz just putting his way forward. And Foxy 9 with a bow down 2. Buzz finding another 2 kills for himself, however, now suddenly leaves Ban all on his lonesome in a 1v3. The door shut, the spike stranded, and hopes dwindling. Ban needs to go crazy. Needs to clutch this out. Otherwise, DRX setting the stage getting themselves to match point here in this series, and there it is. 13-8 indeed. DRX will close out Ascent over Talon.
1-0. 1-0, saudara-saudara. 1-0. Kita lihat Abyss ya. Gue habis Abyss sih. Gue Abyss sih. Penasaran Abyss saya sih. Abyssnya seseru itu nggak ya? Ini copyright. Nice. Apa ini bro? Oh ini Korea. Anjing udah keluar aja bro ini bro. Lihat komennya guys. Lihat komennya. Real or fake? Nih, ini positif semua guys. Gelo, positif banget guys. Positif banget nih bro. Gelo ini, negatif. Kaget bang, Primi ketemu tim jago bang. Iya sih, kaget kali ya. Ketemu tim kuat guys, langsung guys.
Opening kills. Yeah, and I feel like Ascent is always going to be a match of fundamentals, and that's so important right now because, you know, our discussion was going over this team of rookies that's under Mako, and then the new introduction with Permi here, and that kind of really showed that the fundamentals was way better with DRX. Flashback was doing his job, a really good job at just holding angles with the Killjoy. On the flip side, for Premi here, as he was trying to force himself onto the site, it feels like that transition with the rest of his team isn't as smooth. It seems like whenever they try to access onto A, they were getting caught so many times, and he just kind of took the brunt of that. And again, this wasn't really, or this was kind of what I was mentioning a while ago, where in that Team Secret match, he had the most amount of kills, but he also had the most amount of deaths. So he really was into the thick of it, but I'm not sure if Talon was able to convert his deaths into their favor.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that on this map. Not too much. In their first half on the defensive side, you know, they were always trying to like meet DRX in some of these fights, but it just didn't quite happen the way that they wanted it to because the setups weren't quite there. Meanwhile, for DRX, like they really drill everything out, and you can see how they have all their setups planned, especially on the defensive side. When you go into the second half, you see like these areas where DRX will be able to control the map so well. Very typical like Genji Korean.
Makanya Korea terus ya, ramen, korbek ramen guys ya.
Tossing out counter recons, having that Odin at the ready to shoot them at an off angle if needed. Even if he misses a shot, it's the damage that's already been done. Boxy9's there to support. He pushes out when he needs to. And at the same time, you've got Mako and Buzz just doing their thing. Mako has actually done a pretty good job at calling throughout this map. They kind of lost it towards the end of the first half a little bit, but after a timeout here or there, he finds these moments where I think Talon's probably going to be trying to set up around like Gelato, A main, let's go in for a pinch. And it just goes out perfectly. They managed to crunch down Talon when it almost matters the most.
Nih, admin Paperrex udah kebanyakan real or fake nih bro.
The fact that you're talking about how Mako was performing really well here as an IGL, right? I think he was also performing well as a player, which again was one of the difficulties that he had the last time that we saw him. But this time, he's looking a lot more in tune with his role. And then, of course, you know, those straight Mako times, which is looking a lot more stellar here as the highlights are showing.
I mean, you look at his kill assist, right? It's 90% in this map. That just goes to show how aware he was throughout this whole thing. And the big question that we posed, you know, right before the series was that, was he ready? You know, even as a rookie IGL, so to say. And it seems as though, like, you know, he did really prepare for this. He did say, by the way, that, you know, he's actually very thankful to be this IGL role. Because if it was any other team,
baru balik dari Surabaya, setahu aku guys, tahu gue baru balik dari Surabaya.
He's so ready to be, you know, to enter this next step in his journey, and it goes to show how eager he is to learn by pulling something like this off.
It's a big thing. Whenever we see Mako on stage, we don't really get that vibe from him, right? Because he looks like a gentle guy, like really
Very
nice.
quiet.
But I believe he has that inside of him. You know, he's finding that confidence. He's starting to get comfortable with that role. And this is a DRX that can really potentially push Talon to their limits. I feel like it's really being tested right now.
There's gonna be another test because like there's no stats right now for DRX on Abyss.
Because Talon is the only team that is in Pacific right now that has played Abyss.
Team Secret as well.
No, that is in Pacific.
Oh, that's
right now.
still in play.
Did you not
You
forget
didn't
what happened
specify.
yesterday?
You said Pacific.
Why do we have to?
Gila, Talon satu doang yang pernah main di Abyss, bro.
Yes, there is a so-called Abyss in the stats of DRX right now. Because
Talon sih rapi ya kalau di Abyss kemarin
and
ya.
we saw it yesterday, and there was a big question mark when we saw that DRX picked this. But after what we've seen in the first map, I actually wonder if they're like, you know what, we're better off facing something that we actually have seen before. It's actually fresh in our minds. It was less than 24 hours ago.
It's a very good point. I mean, there is a reason why they picked for this. They had quite a bit of time and they prepared very much so for this week. And I have to imagine that this is the exact reason why, right? They saw.
Tapi gue penasaran sih, DRX kan tim yang penuh strats ya. Dia pick the Abyss, dia nyiapin apa, Cok?
Exploit, and that's why they've gone in for it. They have a chance at really
Ryosi Gamer, wah,
finishing
Pak
this
Joko
off
ya.
2-0
Halo Pak
really
Joko.
quickly. There is a chance. Again, it's a map that has been played in Korean challengers, several other challenger scenes here and there as well.
Tuh emang chat orang Valorant tuh jajat guys. GG Primi was set already. Second series on Primi he was already gitu-gitu mulu Cok anjing.
Termi as their coach to really flesh everything out. And if they have all of these protocols to really lock down the site, going for some of these retakes for example.
Baru juga main 2 match, bro.
They can do a very, very good job.
Well, we'll see because, you know, Primi is the player with the highest stats so far in Abyss. And of course, that's like, it's kind of unfair because it's a very small sample size. But the question that I'm wondering is whether Primi will actually have the most kills on Abyss this time around once more. And that's our guess and game question. So, gentlemen, please take out your boards over here. Give me a yes or a no.
Buzz, wait,
as
hold
to
my beer.
whether, what is that? Buzz, hold my beer.
What does that mean?
Hai, Primi Buzz. Kayaknya sih Primi sih harusnya. Soalnya Buzz kayaknya nggak, feeling gua nggak seperti di sini kayaknya ya.
Okay, give me a yes or a no if you think Primi is going to have the most kills on this map. Let's reveal our answers. In 3, 2, 1. I just put a yes.
Yes,
And
okay.
Quack
Yes,
says it's gonna be
Buzz.
Buzz. He's also saying Buzz, hold my beer. He's with the viewers in this one. Yeah,
I'm either staying
Lord
with the
Primi
viewers-
kita guys ya. Lord Primi on
you guys
Abyss
will
ya
be
guys ya.
better together, right? So you guys will be together all the way whether you rank up or down. But I feel like Primi right now, I mean, like I do have to give a shout out. I was watching Warbird's stream last night and he made a very good point that Primi was basically like playing ranked just 1 week ago, right? And he probably has the most Abyss games right now because all of these pros in VCT Pacific have been running the maps. They've been prepping for these. They've been scrimming and everything. And Primi is just in rank enjoying Abyss as much as he wants ever since it came out.
Enjoying it. Yeah.
Enjoying it.
I mean, he definitely shows that he has some ideas, you know, the way that he constantly dives in. I feel like that's a very Talon default right now. Is the way that they approach the B site, dives into the side of the site. And sometimes he has little tricks as to how to cross little gaps as well. And it's interesting. It could be really good, but I feel like that's something that DRX has seen by now. So does DRX have the preparation? Does DRX have the composition for this? And of course, they
they're
definitely
changing
do.
Iso!
But Talon,
Primi Iso! What?
this is insane. Okay. Wow, we're pulling out ISO Governor back on the Neon for Abyss. No breach. It's going to be Cruz on the Sova.
Alright. Let's see.
One map, second map played.
Tapi gue gak yakin guys. Emang map rata-rata tuh teams yang kopsnya normal kayak DRX ini guys biasanya lebih konsisten ya.
No!
For
It's
the
mind
first
games. They're really like,
Abyss.
throwing DRX off.
You know what? It's a map that no one has truly locked in yet, obviously, because we haven't seen it in pro play just yet. So it's the Wild Wild West. You can do as many as you want, and we know that Talon has the capacity to play the ISO as well as that Neon, especially on Governor.
I guess Pacific is very lucky. We got it twice this weekend, so we're gonna get straight into Abyss. We're gonna jump in with Paper Thin and Achilles.
So that's the Talon that I'm used
Let's
to.
go, guys!
This is the most Talon thing ever.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna play it again tomorrow. We're gonna do something completely different.
I mean, Frost has talked about it though, right? Like they have multiple comps depending on who they're going against, depending on the
Bas,
day.
sendiri bro, Bas.
I don't know, depending on the way the wind is blowing that day.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure.
Whatever the horoscope says.
Yes. Also, I would like to ask a favor of Riot, and just to flip the minimap so that the attacker side is at the bottom when we're watching this. It's the only map, and it confuses my
mind.
Yeah, it confuses my poor little brain.
Well, Bane gonna be spotted there, and he's gonna be taking out Governor.
Guante, bro.
Just re-peeks from the opposite side, finds the headshot. Governor on the floor as DRX look for a second pistol win of the series.
Great gun to have in mid-top.
Catching a glimpse here. Does decide to dash away. Is able to get away. Flashback. He's having to pull off the angle. No damage going to be taken there as Trap Wires look to try to slow up the approach to the wall. However, denying. That shield as well comes through. Double tap. Helping to escort them forward. Plant not going to be found quite just yet. Bane now arriving. Will stabilize. Finds the kill there onto Primi, but cannot take down Cruz. Jit Boys, however, going to be caught up as Foxy continues to just go ahead and poke out.
Ooh. Oh my god, that was close.
Down to 3 HP. Fragment sent to try and delay. HP bars across the board pretty much a wreck aside from Mako, who's still at full HP.
30 seconds
In theory,
left.
this is the advantage here on the side of DRX, but Cruz finding one, but Flashback pushing forward. Manages to take him out from tower.
I have retrieved the spike.
No, the Flashback is up there. Looking to see if he'll peek. Man has to go back to plant. Should be able to do so, but he fakes it.
Yep.
10 seconds left.
Time dwindling in Mako.
Hello, nice.
Firm. Finds
Nice
the
round, nice
headshot.
round.
DRX find another pistol win.
Wow, looking really clean here on these pistols in this early advantage, using that Sheriff from top mid. Very nicely by Bane. Says, okay. Oh my
Right, as he's
goodness.
trying to rotate out.
Insane stuff from Bane. Having a solid day. Having some really impactful kills for DRX. There you go. The DRX watch party here in Seoul. Very happy with that. Feeling really good at how they've kept Talon
This is a nice
and this new player Primi pretty well in check. That was a great maneuver there with the wall into the shield there for the ISO. I like that combo play. Definitely kept Primi alive and gave him another shot there to get a refrag.
I've seen them constantly playing around those ISO walls because, you know, given it's been banned for the most part who's been playing the ISO as well. Governor is not having a good time in mid nor is Jit Boys.
Pas, ngeri nih.
Marshall in hand, 2 quick kills. Buzz.
Kayaknya sih 2-0, guys.
Shutting him
Kurang
down.
ya ini posisi Governor sama Primi nih, guys.
Here on Talon eliminated. And a
Gak
quick clear on the
sekuat
camp.
itu feeling gua.
Send Talon packing back over towards B where Buzz is looking to reinforce from tower.
Already some really interesting ideas from DRX.
They call for a rotate out. I wonder if there was a dart lobbed in from Cruz. There was a ping that came out. So this does just now leave Flashback on his lonesome, but Buzz hasn't drifted too far. And there's a spot out on the 1. Plenty of noise being made. Trapwire gets the catch on the 1. The swing out. Nope. First shot not going to connect. Second attempt. He does. As Buzz on for an ace with the Marshall, but can't quite find it. Ban will deny it away from him. Flashback. Quick with the punish. Picks up the weapon, and DRX up to 2-0.
What I want to point out
Kayaknya
is
nggak perlu maksa Primi duelis deh. Iya, padahal Primi main di Clove aja gitu ya.
they're not being super aggressive towards A main like we saw with Team Secret.
Sure.
So that's kind of an interesting change. They're more focused on mid. And on these early rounds, that just might be part of the idea is that, you know, maybe Talon tries something and we've got the long-range weaponry to really shut it down. It helps when Buzz is feeling it, and he wanted it so bad.
Oh, welcome to the Texas Club.
Oh.
A little bit less screaming. He was containing the rage and frustration.
Here's a little bit more attention paid in this direction. This looks like
Kalau
it
Isna
could be
dia
a
second man sih.
pretty pacey
Gue bener
hit from
bakal
Talon.
lompat-lompat lari, ini harusnya second man
over the
dia.
nade in response.
But everybody's already rotating over here from the side of DRX. Foxy taking a lot of forward space. Slide back and now the reveal. But Mako, Guardian in hand, looking for that third kill. Still does a significant amount of damage already. It's a fairly catastrophic round for Talon, even if they do come out winning it. 3 players lost. Buzz, getting ready to go for the peak. Sends out a shot. Cloudburst drop down. Keeping his maneuvers covered. Swings out, and he's able to win out the fight. Ban take it down. Now it's all on Shit Boys.
I have the spike.
Flashbacks had a Bucky. Curious if he swapped over. So challenging for Jit Boys. Has one more smoke to cover the plant at the very least. See what DRX wants to do.
Planted.
Push up into the smoke here from Jit. Swings out, checks the close angle. Nothing spotted there, but knows that they could be coming from any which way.
Gila, Cok, sabar banget lah tuh.
It's a check and clear
Terus
everything.
lagi harinya kayak bang, iya nih lagi pedes dia.
Cam set up, he hears that, knows that there's going to be one. At least approaching here from this side. He finds a headshot onto the first, but cannot get the adjustment for the other.
Talon sih dah.
DRX.
Selamat tinggal,
So he's starting things off
Talon
3-0
ku
as they
sayang.
convert the bonus.
Selamat
really taking
tinggal,
advantage of some of
Talon
these
ku
punishing
sayang.
angles that the attackers have to deal with on this map. Through A main there. Really, really tricky. Have to check a couple near 90-degree angles there. They just make a crossfire.
Nice! Ooh!
Man, Buzz is fired up.
Yeah.
Gila Bas, 6-3 Cok.
I mean, frankly, understandable.
Yes.
It's been a roaring game for him thus far. And DRX
Yeah,
are confirmed for their
loncat-loncat
first
doang, Iya, makanya.
international of the year. Missing out on the 2 Masters, something that they had never experienced before, but they still at least get to retain one of the few teams that can say we've been to every single champions. Obviously inheriting that from the original Vision Strikers, Buzz, as well as Mako, the ones that were there.
And he immediately peels back, just doing a quick check amid. Spike was left behind for Talon. So they try to change ideas a bit. C9 just gets a quick peek at Jit Boys. Doesn't find any damage. Shock dart to clear, but Buzz just waiting. Smoke out this time. Nobody gets punished from that angle by Talon as they tap an orb and immediately try to think about some library pressure. No, they're backing off of that. Looks like they're just going to try to use this jump here for Governor.
Okay. Makes the first one. Just trap wires waiting for him on the opposite side, though. So the relay bolt slides right into it. The stun through. Flashback able to collect 2 kills. He and Cruz both falling for it. Solid headshot from Jit Boys will put down Buzz. Gets rid of the outlaw. As Cam gets the spot out onto Primi. The push forward, the re-trigger. The re-swing, the flashback at risk. Just managed to break that double tap shield. May jumping up over the top, swooping in from above. A 3-piece from flashback, holding down the B
DRX
site.
siap anjir itu Cok.
4-0 start now
Flashback
for
kenceng banget
DRX.
jaga ini guys.
Backflip jumping off the map there. That's the round. I know he has time, but just funny to see. But I mean, just really good ideas here from Flashback. The way he plays that angle, phenomenal. And then he gets the spot onto the ISO with the shield up so they can kind of play back a little bit. Just try to see if they can wait for that to expire. Force Talon to have to make a play.
Padahal udah bener pakai jet kemarin ya guys ya. Kayak kemarin udah enak pakai jet
Off
guys.
the back of that.
Kenapa main 2 duelis gak jelas gitu bro?
Clean stuff from DRX so far. Once again, off to a hot start.
And I gotta say,
yeah,
based on history,
ya nggak sih bro?
I'm pleasantly surprised for DRX's sake. Because as we have had maps come out, it's often not been fantastic. Not since when Icebox was first added, all the way back before First Strike even began, before VCT. Because you think about, you know, Fracture, they spoke a big game about that one back in 2021. They floated it versus Fnatic,
and then they got
absolutely bodied.
Yeah.
Lotus didn't show it for all of last
Kalau
year.
Neon Jet masih enak dah, kayak Neon ISO tuh kayak enggak sih, enggak banget sih.
It was not good.
Well, and I think this is really encouraging for DRX fans that, you know, Termi and company are willing to get proactive with these new maps and really look like they're going to be coming into Champions
Primi ada ulti nih guys,
as a
coba
force
lihat
to be
Primi dapat
reckoned
satu nggak
with.
nih?
You know, yeah, it's a younger squad. Yeah, it's some players who haven't been playing together for a super long time, but they look pretty well drilled, pretty well oiled today. And this time around, Buzz is getting super aggressive towards attacker spawn. He is deep in enemy territory. Now, there is a trap wire there to account for it, but Ban could be out on an island. He's been pinged out. Buzz about to fight him back there, maybe. Oh, nope, he got past.
It's you and me.
Bounce forward. The ult coming through, but Bane able to find Governor, bringing the shield.
Ini baru
Finds back another one out the fight. He does get taken down and widely. Things start looking very good here for the side of Talon. Neural Theft invested, and now Buzz completely revealed here around the back. Does manage to find the first one, but Primi has the reach.
Boleh.
Shield will be able to put him down. Talon able to get themselves on the board. Granted, still a fairly scrappy round, but a win nonetheless.
Well, it's very scary to go up against Primi in that ult. The kill contract, certainly a ult that I feel like favors him with his impeccable crosshair placement.
Sure.
And it also helps that, you know, you have the double tap.
Readjusting right there for the headshot.
One enemy remaining.
Risky stuff.
I guess that's it.
Good job.
Gila rapi cuy, anjing Primi rapi banget guys tembaknya.
Well-coordinated execute there from Talon. Using that ult to full effect. Governor having to dive in and die, but mission accomplished, and oh boy, flashback.
Waiting out that vulnerable. Fragment up over the top. He's trying to stay protected. In fact, Governor spots him out, but flashback still wins that fight. Now Primi cleaned up. King revealing here onto the players. Jit Boys now noted. Oh, the adjustment.
Hoxie.
Disgusting there to be able to just
DRX
turn
lagi
over,
kencang juga
fight
ini bro.
back. Does fall down, but now it's Cruz on his lonesome. With an Onan invested here. Got the money to rebuy, but the odds of being able to close out this round is looking very unlikely. Mako in position to be able to hear these movements. Gonna make the call to send Bane, starting to rotate over.
Just gonna be mirroring his.
Mako doesn't find a timing to actually get the punish there. It's just gonna continue to creep up from behind. But they have everybody perfectly in position, ready to strike, ready to pinch. Crusoe wisely suspicious, but Mako far enough forward and snapping enough with his reaction. We'll put him down. DRX will get themselves a 5th round win.
Yeah, I mean, the protocol's already looking really good for DRX on this B side. And also, Mako just getting so deep in enemy territory. Fantastic work here by Flashback. Gets the Neural Theft out. Primi left scrambling. This shot from Foxy. Oh my goodness. Ends up dying, but that is long range to be that accurate. Opt for Buzz. Gonna be watching from top mid. Dodge the recon.
Oh, legs him. Shot spammed out there for Primi. Not gonna re-peek it here. Mako gonna be forced back out of A main.
Let's see what
Nahan mereka gila, Cok.
Talon wants to do. Just being really patient right now. DRX just staying in kind of their default. Bane back up. It's top mid.
Oh ya, Neon harus sama Bridge ya.
Governor already so weak.
Nggak ada Bridge,
Anything that grazes him is gonna cost him his life. Is this gonna be some kind of library push here from Talon? Nope. Think better of it. Just dodging the 0 point. Had the sense of the timing on it.
Mako to check though. Watch them run. There he goes, right in behind him. Yep, spots him out. Paranoia at the ready. Pushes onto a few players as the smoke gets set up. Swings around the side, finds Ban. Foxy 9 going to be left on the floor here for a moment as Mako. Team getting forward. What is that play? Did he think there was cover? Did he think they weren't watching? Either way.
30 seconds left.
He just offers himself up into the lion's den. Now it's Flashback and Buzz. And there's a shield there from Primi.
Spike planted.
Ends up falling, but he finds his mark. Suddenly, Flashback just going to be held at bay.
Doesn't necessarily need to save. Still a lot of money in the coffers for DRX. But this is a difficult situation. Yeah, time starting to run down. Flashback just seeing if anybody was out for the pickings, but
OP nggak sih? Nggak
nobody
OP.
home for Talon. That was just a great execute for them. Kind of death ball their way through. Mako, I thought that was going to be really good. He got that early kill. He had a nice paranoia to kind of stall him up, but maybe got a little overeager with that TP.
Yeah. One of those moments where I was like, oh, this is going to be sick. Oh. It wasn't safe.
Primi's so difficult to deal with. Go. He has that double tap up.
Kenceng juga ya, ini Primi sebenarnya kenceng
Second round
guys.
found here for Talon.
Has his ult again.
Cuman kayak main
Very
sendiri
true.
aja gitu, nggak ada flash
Still
apa-apa pun.
plenty of opportunity here for Talon to run this back and get themselves into an advantageous position. As they continue to come alive. Basically full buy though available to the side of DRX. Buzz just going
Oh
to
soalnya
be
OP
popping the knives
lawannya
to go
Primi
alongside the
males
Singer,
ya.
it would seem.
Lawan ISO coba OP.
Still positioned over here towards mid. Double player set up here from DRX. As Dart lands right next to his feet, but Bane finds Primi. Kill contract now can't come to play in this round.
Insane. Early pick there. Again at mid. Have to try to make this A-hit work.
Flash going to be sent out. And it connects to Mako, finds a headshot, shutting down Governor, as well as that overdrive.
Right here.
Boys does manage to spam through, takes out Foxy9.
Gak jauh apa, lompat-lompat doang, coy. Lompat mati si Governor Jir.
Your boys down to 38.
They have so much map control.
Take flight.
Just gonna slide flash back over just in case. Not really sure if there was anybody still at B main. And gets identified. Trying to cross through. Able to dodge the shock dart from Bane. Chip Boys got up top. Is Mako gonna be ready for it? Oh my.
Ooh.
Not ready enough to find the kill, but certainly to make your boys think twice about it.
Yeah. Backs him off the angle at the very least.
30
And
seconds
again,
left.
Being revealed as Recon's
Mantap
cycled
bagus
out.
guys.
Talon's still going to try to play
One
for this
enemy
one, but
remaining.
I just threw the cyber cage. Everybody
2-0
picked to
sih.
pieces by the vultures that are DRX. 3K for Bane.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight
DRX will get
demands it.
themselves now up 6-2.
Yeah, and having Foxy9 there makes a big difference. That extra layer of flash
1-7
DRX.
Governor bro.
really makes it a lot more difficult. It helps that you get the early pick onto the ISO. Nuh-uh.
Oh, what?
My God.
He Babe Ruthed it,
He did. Called a shot.
pointed out into the stands and just hit the homer.
Sometimes it do be like that.
Nah.
I
Primi
don't know
ulti
if like,
kedua,
they
ulti kedua
just like
Primi.
had an idea that maybe Primi was going to try to use his ult to get Buzz or something. I'm not sure. Oh, Buzz. This is so dangerous.
Oh,
yeah.
yes it is. He's going to pay dearly. It's Foxy9 now as well. Caught up there, and oh, here comes the kill contract. Mako in the meantime able to find Governor back off screen as Primi snappy with a headshot. Double tap
Jago
shield
banget
back
Johnny
through.
orang.
Still at 85 HP. Push up over the top. Head spotted for just a brief little moment. Bane is able to find the kill.
Disgusting. Still though, gotta deal with Primi. Shields run out.
Last player standing.
Oh, great stuff there.
Tapi jago sih bro, ini orang
Nice
jago
little-
bro.
Follow through by Ban. Take down flashback, and Primi finds a third in the round. 2 more orbs towards that ult again. He has been filthy with it. That ult seems tailor-made for him.
Take flight.
He has just been punishing whenever he gets it. He might get the first one onto him, but he's not going to miss that headshot.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Solid around here.
Sajam tapi cok.
Primi. Bit of a soft start, but seemingly starting to come alive here.
2 orang menang gara-gara ada ulti ISO bang, betul kan?
3 more rounds to be played out in the half. DRX. They call a timeout, wanting as advantageous of a half as they could possibly get.
For sure. Kind of curious, you know, if maybe Termi's just pulling him back a little bit, saying, hey, we're having most of our success when we're challenging at the sites.
Paperrex
You know,
kalau
when they're
update gue
trying to
jelek
make
banget
their
ya anjing.
executes, cutting them
Gini,
off
bro.
as they're trying to scale in. I think that's really where they've been the most successful. Their mid control has been immaculate, so I don't think you need to change too much there. Just make sure that you're reading the map well and just harassing the heck out of Talon on the way through. You know, Primi is always going to be a threat with that double tap
Gitu
available,
aja.
but when they waited it out a little bit, forced Talon to press, to take space to try to get the plants, that's when they've been really having their most success.
Kayak ini governor
Does have
tuh
the ult as well.
jelek banget guys.
Bane
Banyak
too away from
main
his.
jeleknya juga sebenarnya guys.
Mako close to another TP.
Terlepas katanya dia di Amerika sebenarnya dia kenceng banget kan.
On the ban, Mako. Very far forward position. Buzz. Similarly, holding up
Primi tuh
close.
nggak pakai shieldnya buru-buru sih dia kelihatan. Tipe orang yang nggak pakai shield buru-buru dia.
Watching above. And Buzz finding the opening shot. Primi going to be taking down Bane.
Wah, DRX rapi banget bro, sumpah bro.
All the way back there. Man, able to find the kill. Mako. Ooh, the spray, a little bit of whip. He looks for Governor. They will be taken down, but Bane still there to collect, still there to make up for the shortcomings. And now it is just Cruz. Has the spike in hand, but realistically, what do you try to do in this situation?
That's just so smart from DRX. Bane gonna get the spot. Cruz on
Iya,
the
udah
ledge.
nggak bisa regen 2 kill juga, makanya dia nggak pakainya nggak
His way
buru-buru guys.
forward. Will be able to find his way through the vent.
Oh,
Get spotted.
picked out, and then Buzz right here waiting. Operator shot, gonna go wide. He's anticipating the reswing from Bane, but Bane doesn't bite. Door broken, a bit of a fake out. Now
30 seconds left.
starts shifting forward in towards the site, but the cam set up, spotting him out. The pixels out of place, the dart implanted. He was able to remove that, but another one greeting him now as he reads the situation well, but cannot find the shot.
Iso nggak
Buzz
ulti nggak apa-ngapain Talon,
gets him
makanya cok.
behind, takes him down.
Nggak ada kepercayaan diri gitu
DRX now
guys,
up to
nggak ada
7.
ulti
What
Iso.
a brilliant little set piece there to get Mako so close to enemy territory, undetected. He can hear everything. They can do some bait and switches, even though his spray doesn't connect.
I mean, it doesn't get the kill.
No, well, I should say that. It doesn't get the kill. Yeah. It connected,
It
for
put
sure.
him down to 11.
Yeah. But then, you know, there's so much cover fire available for him from that position. He can hear so much of what's going on the
Sounds
other
good again.
side. Yeah, why not? If it ain't broke.
Well, this does leave Buzz currently alone over at this B site. Exec getting ready to come through. Talon grouped up, vulnerable, not going to connect. Buzz just attempting a bit of a timing shot there. It's going to be Hunter's Fury actually opened up for Bane. For any kind of tag that he can get, but it's just Buzz catching a
Udah masuk
strike.
ya. Coba didapat plan guys ya, bisa menang nggak nih?
Site's
Retake ya.
theirs. DRX now to try to retake 5v5.
It all comes down to Mako.
Neutralized.
Responding one, the swing out, he is prepared for it, Buzz. Head taken off, Primi finding a third.
One enemy remaining.
And this is the Primi that was promised, the one that we got to witness yesterday. 12-8-5. Let's go ahead and make that 13 as he picks up a 4K.
Gue bilang dia yang ngeri bro.
Flawless for Talon as we go into the last round of the half.
Last round.
Yeah,
Sering
they're gonna have a
4 kill
bunch
dia.
of ults to work with, but just a good.
Oh dia tuh nggak di kepala, dia di jidat atas guys, lihat gak sih guys?
You want to take that space?
Gila
That's
nggak sih, guys?
fine. We'll just.
Dia tuh
group
kalau
up
share
and make a
placementnya di jidat
coordinated
atas
push
bro.
towards B. Keep Buzz off balance. We can't do much with that operator. Primi just so ready for that swing out. You can see that there's a lot of hesitation with how clean he is.
Over there.
Trying to challenge his angles.
Now he's got another kill contract.
Yep. Mako has a shotgun.
Oh. Buzz is in a very far forward position here. Drone cleared out.
It's you and me.
Shield pop, Jit Boys just around the corner, dealt with Buzz. Able to find that kill, the dash out. Fury trying to anticipate, trying to intercept.
Masih mati cok, ditangkap sama
with the
si
kill
Primi
contract,
cok.
able to isolate and pick off Bane.
Complete.
Yeah, he's so good in those moments. Now still a lot of work to do. He's gonna try to go on his own. See if he can catch Buzz. Trying to re-clear this angle.
Shield expires, but Buzz a little bit snappier with it. Primi expecting a little bit of a deeper swing. Thought it was going to be coming from the site rather than right up close. Talon, however, themselves over here onto the A side. Flashback to try to hold things down. He's able to spot out Ban. Swing out and flashback. Snap and shut it down as well. Governor dead, the ping out. They know exactly where Cruz is at. Paranoia not going to connect onto him. But it doesn't matter because Flashback puts up some extra crisp shots against DRX. A monstrous advantage, 8-4 in the half.
Yeah.
Enggak bener jelek banget mainnya sumpah.
Seemingly they would go towards Flashback site. He had just great understanding of how his utility was placed in the space that
Priminya
it
udah
gave
kenceng
up.
guys,
They
governornya
cleared that
kurang.
wire. Immediately puts up the cage and watches.
Come on man, shut up. Governor takut nih, panik di bench bang.
They are really bringing it today.
There's a lot more to prove for the side of DRX, just given the legacy behind the team. I mean, they also similarly talked about it in the video. Talon was, a 9th place squad. They already made it to the Stage 1 playoffs. They fell shy of the mark. They got eliminated in the opening round. Now they've made it to not only playoffs here, they've made it to champions. Mission widely for now is accomplished, whereas for DRX, it's just getting started.
Absolutely. There is so much history with this org already. In Valorant's short history.
Show me the next one.
Oh, shit. Oh,
brother.
That is.
Gila, flashback juga ngeri
That
flashback
is
sih.
pretty sick. No doubt about it. And
Paperrex Talon sih harusnya.
how would you look at that?
Governor B ini B-nya juga
4
turun bench.
sheriffs for DRX.
Primi doang ini 14 kill, bro.
I like it. I mean, I think there's been some interesting kind of statistics and theory crafting I've seen about pistol rounds and how you should approach it. And basically it said that at least in ranked games, just buy a ghost or a sheriff. And that's actually the higher percentage play than buying utility.
You can hit headshots,
yeah. And I mean, on this map in particular, there's a lot of great long-range angles to take advantage of. So Ghost and Sheriff really, really powerful, I think.
Flashback, Keren, Mei, Primi, yoi. Itu 4 orang yang kencang-kencang banget sih emang.
You can see that, Talon as well. Sheriff of their own for Governor. Ghost for Primi, Ghost for Ban. The half armor as usual for Primi to really try to set him up for success in this B site.
I mean, they've done this in every single pistol, both yesterday and today.
Down B.
And, as shown, especially yesterday, for good reason.
Yep.
As for now, it's going to be a 1-for-1. Governor taken down, Bane traded out. DRX going to creep their way back over towards this A site, but they sent out a smoke over towards that tower position on B, trying to at least keep some more general interest. But flashback continues to be snappy.
Jeez.
As all hell.
They're just
shot into the wall bang. Cruz dealt with. Now the man advantage in DRX's hands.
They're just dominating those ego battles over in mid. I mean, just dominating them.
Cam, for now, unscouted. Man can't leave him for too long, though. Now he's been noted. Cam does go out, gets the reveal, but no way to actually find any kind of punish.
Planted.
Cam still not cleared out. Ban. He finds himself a snappy headshot. Will get taken down. Buzz able to deal with that, but now shield in play for Primi. 3v3. The tap on the spike. Still has the wall as well. Creates some obfuscation. Give them some protection. So far, it's just been nothing but taps on the spike. Now, the attempt at the hold. Primi, however, going to be dealt with. The push up into the smoke. Mako confirming that he's not still holding this one. Paranoia goes across, but it does not connect on to Buzz. The boys, however, finds a shot, but flashback will put him down.
2-0.
Get DRX another pistol as he dives into the abyss. But still, no fall deaths.
That's correct.
Goes here.
It's been a little bit cleaner today. So
DRX
far, so
juga,
far.
guys.
I'm not holding my breath. 13-4 for flashback. Just excellent, excellent stuff. And a great patience from DRX. Waiting out the ISO util. Able to dodge the undercut.
Buzz on his feet.
Yeah,
Gila,
Buzz
JNC lawan DRX nih, bro. Korean team versus Korean team,
More
bro.
so than usual. He's usually pretty serious mode, but
Cage triggered.
Kayaknya kalau flashback kagak absen satu, DRX lebih stabil dah.
absolutely wild. Well,
Karena
this
masih ada
time around,
stuck
Talon,
sekarang.
it's their turn to try to make a deep push through mid, but Governor gonna fake a leave out to try to set Primi up for this lurk. Is this gonna be red? Buzz?
Oh, up the rope and Buzz. He does eat a decent amount of damage, but still wins out the fight. Falls down to 46. Given the weapon advantage, still DRX in a very strong position. Snapped up, Governor going to be noted. He's able to back away, avoiding those shots from Mako.
Dia ngeliat dua harusnya sih.
So much to consider. Paranoia is going to land right onto Governor, though. Jitboy's left isolated, potentially behind the site.
Pushes up into the smoke, avoids the recon. Governor is able to clear. Jumps up over top of the box, trying to keep some interest trained in his direction, so maybe Jitboys has an opportunity to go for a backstab, but now Cruz taken down, flashback again, continuing to find value in Mako. Snappy gets the pivot. Takes out the opposing
Berarti
element. Now it's all on
Talon
Bandit.
mainnya terlalu kena defaultnya si Garis nggak sih?
Flawless flashback.
Talon terlalu overthinking nggak sih guys?
Looking for the kill.
Kebanyak pikiran dah.
Got the dink, couldn't get the follow through.
Ya nggak sih bro?
3 on the round for
Overthinking banget guys dengan gameplay DRX bro. Dia tuh kayak bingung mau ngapain. Mau nge-pick mana overthinking guys. Kena meta defaultnya DRX sih sumpah dah.
One away from a neural theft already. And Talon throwing an interesting look here off the rip. Sending Primi and Governor, the double duelists, out towards the attacker's side of Library. Saying, okay, we're going to fake it out, use the fast lane, make a lot of noise with the Neon, but
karena harinya Korea bang, iya cok. Korea
kind of
DJ
shut
ini
the
bro.
round down. DRX got past the back lines of Talon without them identifying it. Cruz just constantly being checked here by Bane's utility, making sure that mid is at least under DRX's control in terms of who has the information there. And, you know, it makes it tough because Cruz has to try to re-aggress this angle. Cam to check for flashback.
Primi udah maju banget tuh. Primi maju aja guys ya. Jadi dapat kontrol. Mereka rotate deh ke semua cok.
Quickly identifying things that happened in the previous round that they need to deal with. Sure, the drone not really going to see much. Jit Boys sets up the one way to try to shut down this push.
Versus to jump across, Buzz getting a couple shots there in the leg, but flashback again, value found. Who's going to be taken down? And Buzz, he's looking to swing around the backhand side here. Shot's not quite going to find the kill, still does get some damage across. So Neural Theft gets invested as well. Again on the Foxy 9, but he just challenges on that corner and finds the elimination. Does end up falling as Governor is able to take his head off, but now it's all on Primi. The 1v2 swinging around through the defender spawn.
Well,
kalau kelas sih gila ya, kalau kelas GG ya. Malam push ring follow nggak bang? Let's see.
This is certainly doable for him.
Absolutely.
Ada shield lagi dia.
Here's when the next recon becomes available here for Bane. Likely still on CD for quite some time. Flashback just lingering, playing in a bit more of an unanticipated position, and it's another 3K.
And another bonus.
Yeah.
For
DRX. Talon tutor ngalahin dia di sana RRQ bang. Hello.
So much of this round again comes down to mid control. Flashback puts that camera out there early. The early recon dart to keep Cruz at bay.
Mati mulu di situ dah.
That gives him vent.
Dua kali
that
mati situ.
Allows him to set up this crossfire to bail out his team from that heaven position. Yeah. Just they're doing all the right things, and DRX is winning their individual battles, and it's everything you could want and more. They look phenomenal. There's that same dart.
Si Cruz betah banget itu Cruz.
Let's see, this time around you've got Governor pushed in towards the vent to try to counter this mid push out from Flashback. Little help from Jit Boys as well with a Marshall. Be tricky. Meanwhile, the rest of DRX is stacking up to try to challenge Primi on B. Get the spot on him at the very least, but that Guardian, I'd be fearful.
Yeah, certainly plenty of reason, but Buzz equally so. Outlaw in hand.
Tuh, dia pasang shield guys.
Takes out Cruz.
Dia pasang shield, orang kabur.
A lot of first deaths as of late. Aggressive push forward here. Ban at least keeps things covered. They suspect at all that Governor is going to be in this spot. Fabricate just popped. Flash going to be sent, but Governor able to turn away from that one, but now he needs to nail his shots. In the meantime, Ban has been taken down, and Buzz is quick to pivot. They only lose Foxy. That leaves Primi and Jit Boys. The two remaining to try to stop DRX from getting up to match point. A quick turn away, though, from Flashback. Gets timing. Jit Boys is able to pick up a weapon.
Still doable. Paranoia in hand for Jit Boys. Contingency.
Right here.
Pagup ya, Pagup nih gimana sih Pagup nih?
See what Primi can do. Excuse me, the double tap.
Shadows traveling. Spike baits out a shock. It's the last one in the arsenal. There's Paranoia. The TP directly into their faces. And I get it, it's a bold attempt. You think maybe, okay, perhaps I've caught them all, perhaps they'll all be blinded up. Deafened. Primi continues to put up solid figures here with that Guardian, but Bane will put him down. The time was already gone. Bane will narrowly escape, and DRX will get themselves now up to match point.
Yeah, they're just really feeling it. And even in a moment where maybe things could go awry, with the backstab from Governor. What a swing from Buzz.
My God.
Jeez.
Quick as all hell.
Absolute insanity.
DRX sih bro. DRX kalau main begini juga sengitnya sama Genji nih guys.
On the wayside. It's going to be DRX. Funnily enough, calling this timeout. They want to be able to just end things right here, right now. So you know what? 13-4 sounds like a good scoreline to us.
Yeah. I mean, I think just trying to remind them, hey, just be aware of the map, be aware of the space you're giving up, because it could have cost them that round potentially with that backstab by Governor.
Gua abis ini cabut dulu guys
Be
ya.
aware of that. And otherwise, they've been doing a fantastic job. I mean, and on the round where Talon finally establishes some level of mid-control, DRX is able to work around that really nicely, picking up one, pivoting to the other side of the map. Just one box left unchecked on the way through back to A. Other than that, looks pretty darn clean. This attempted change of comp from Talon hasn't looked as good as what we saw yesterday. I mean, Primmy's pretty good on the ISO, I will say that. I am very impressed with that piece of the puzzle, but the Neon for Governor really hasn't been accomplishing what you would hope. Ban hasn't been as good as he was on Ascent. On the Cypher, we have a lot of ults to work with. Neural Theft, Overdrive, Kill Contract, Hit Boys TP. So I'm sure that's part of the kind of reminder there from the coaching staff of DRX. It's the same little setup here from DRX that we saw earlier. Use the smokes to push two over to the other side. Use that drone around the corner to check. Send Buzz through this time. A little bit of a different look. Get him through. Flash up and over, but nobody home, so scaled into the site nicely. Let's see what Talon can do on this retake.
Already, though, two players dangerously nearby to this. But there you go, Primmy. Snatching up Mako.
Well,
gonna win out the fight. Will be able to get it done, but narrowly so. Down to 21 HP. Relay bolt into the corner, and Buzz, oh no, it finally happened. Well, there's got to be at least one, it would seem. As Jit Boys will take out Foxy 9. Gonna be gone. Wall trying to be raised, but Governor instantly dealt with. Kill found.
One enemy remaining.
Because now it is all on the side of Flashback. Buzz still hasn't died. He's just slowly coming down as Flashback tries to save him, tries to spare him his blushes, tries to stop him from appearing here in the kill feed, but the round, the map, it's already over, and Flashback, you will ensure Buzz's survival. No fall deaths here today on Abyss. But
Primi bagus tapi tetap timnya lebih buruk ya guys ya.
Win. They elect to take us
DRX
to the
lebih
brand
kencang
new
ya
map,
guys hari ini guys.
and they look incredible on it.
So thank you guys teman-teman nonton guys, makasih udah like dan subscribe. Paperrex Talon besok jam nggak tahu guys, besok jam 6 atau jam 3. Kayaknya sih Genji DRX dulu guys, jam 3 jam 6-nya baru Paperrex Talon I think ya. So thank you, sampai jumpa di next live streaming. Gua pamit undur diri dulu. See you and bye.